Hello everybody and welcome on this windy day. Today I'm going to work on this fusion maple, and I'm going to try to replace all the metal wires by just raffia, because I think that it's going to make a good strong tension medium. And also I think that it might be better to avoid all this scarring. So I'm just going to make a loop in my raffia like I always do, like so. And then I need to anchor this, so I might just pop a nail between two trees. I have a few nails left here from my previous work on my, that seems to hold, on my privet that I did some time ago. Well, this field maple here, it has been repotted and it's now in its first pot. This might be complicated, so that's a whole lot of raffia. And because I'm releasing these videos on a quite chaotic way, I must say, doing my best, but it's not always easy. So I'm going to work in different stages. I'm going to do this part and then this part and then this part, every time with another piece of raffia, but always trying to put the little trees where I need the little trees. So that they fill the holes that need to be filled, because otherwise it's going to take a whole lot longer to close all these things. So first one is here, and while I'm doing this I'm also going to have a look at the dead parts in the fusion, because there probably are a few. And the last time that I worked on this tree with the repot, I was just happy that the tree fitted in the pot, and it's always good to keep your attention on one thing instead of 20, because when you do that, you're probably going to end with a whole lot of mistakes. Well, in my case, that's what happens. So this is the first thing, going back and down, and just going to tie this in now. Okay, going to cut that. And I will cut all the metallic wires that I have. That's good. And one here. So obviously the scarring will be limited here. I think I have a few dead stumps here. This one doesn't look too good, so I'm going to get it out by just cutting it away piece by piece. You see, it's very wet under this, so that's always a problem. If you don't remove the dead stumps, you're probably going to end up with some rotting. So the rest seems healthy. So now I'm going to do the same, and then remove this wire here, and this wire, and this wire. So okay, I'm a little higher up now, and well, while doing this, by closer inspection, I noticed a few remaining wires which are of course causing problems here. So before these problems become too big, I'm going to remove these wires. I also thought, yeah, look at that fusion part here, that's really great. Then I see also that I have a bud here that I don't want to destroy. Okay, so that's good. This part is really great. Yeah, so that's what we are aiming for here. I thought I found a few dead pieces, even a dead tree. I don't remember where. I think that is it this one? Yeah, that's a dead one. So that's a bummer, of course. But you see, I'm scratching the surface here. I don't have anything. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, well, there's nothing you can do about that. So I'm going to cut it away. Yeah, completely dead. Well, it's on the side, so that's not too bad. If it's on the front, that's a whole lot more difficult. But that means that I have to follow this piece now up to the very top of this tree and remove this dead material. So it's here, and then it's here. Okay. Going probably to lack some nice roots here now. Well, not necessary. There are a few roots from another tree here. It might fill up the hole quite nicely. Yeah. Well, if they don't, I'll have to plant something here. I always can try to put some seeds here. Why not? Well, since field maples are like weeds in the neighborhood, just found a little seedling that I might just put here. So let's give him some space. And it might just work by putting him right on top here. Like so. It's enough roots. And if I put some pieces of moss on that, the little guy might just make it. Oh, I dropped the moss. I think I'll have to do this a little better. We'll add some soil here first, and then add the moss. Okay, so, and I still have a few little seeds here. You never know if they make it. Then I will solve my problem that way. So I always remove the little wing when I plant maples, because these wings, well, they're taking lots of place, lots of room. Okay, and I still have a few little clamps here in the neighborhood, but I don't know where I put them. Let me see. Here I have one. So probably I'll keep this one in position like this. This is the paper clip. Okay, so it's not going to be included this year, no problem. We'll let it grow. So now I'm going up and up and up and up. So because this is the front, I don't think that the new little one here is going to cause any problems. So I'll work my way up to the top here, the nicely fused top, I must say. I noticed something strange and rather interesting. I was following up the dead tree that I had here, and I was cutting back every piece. So you see we have a hollow here, which will probably close because of this little one, so that's okay. But then I came to this point, so I'm going to try to show you a little better. And you see this point here when I had the dead tree here, and this point seemed alive, and obviously, well, I have a branch here that is alive with a good bud, and here, and I thought that this portion was completely green. So how can it be that the tree is dead in the soil and that it's alive here? Well, probably because it's fused here. So this part is kept alive by some other trees, and that's of course the whole point of fusion. So yeah, this looks really interesting. We're now looking at the front of the tree, and I'm still removing a few dead little stumps. Nothing big here, but a few things that, well, if you remove them, they'll heal over better and quicker. So that's always interesting to do that. Trying not to block too much the view of the camera. Okay, and I'm also going to try to get rid of some of the heaviest stuff on the top here, because, well, last year I noticed that I had to excuse me, do some radical pruning when the tree was growing, and well, I don't want then the tree to grow too much in the top, because I think it's going to become too heavy there, and I still want the lowest part to grow more. So I'm reducing the biggest parts here, because we have a whole lot of new buds. So some parts can be removed, and they will probably be replaced by better branching. And you don't want your top to become too heavy also. So I think I've always been a little reluctant to do these things, because you want this tree to grow, because you want it to fuse, and then one day you forget that something should be done. So I'm going to remove a whole lot of the terminal buds here before this whole thing becomes too powerful, because all the sap that goes into the top will not go into the lower parts. This is a strange looking branch, but I'm not going to touch it, because it should close the hole here. So a lot of these buds just can go. That's also a good moment to clean up some of the biggest and ugliest cuts that I made. And because this is a maple, it has buds everywhere, so bud selection also is very important now, because every bud that opens and that you don't want in the end, well, it's not gonna help you. So the lower you get, the less you want to cut off. This is still too much. And if you cut something in the top, well, you have more chances that other buds will open in the lower spots. This still can be wired. Maybe I'll go for a little more ramification also here. This is starting to become a very interesting branch, but you see, this is not good. So this is much better and more flexible, so I can work with that when I wire it. Same here. It's not bad, but it's getting way too long and laggy. Okay, this looks dead. These buds look okay. So I think that's better, but it's still way too much. I'm not sure about this branch. I have one here, so probably this can go. Still too much. It's better, but still too much. So this is supposed to be the front. I have two nice buds here, so I will probably remove this big stump here. And I wonder if I shouldn't remove the whole thing here and just keep these two buds here at the back. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Should try to clean it up a little. So I have a bud here, I have two there, which will make the whole top a little less heavy. Okay, let me have a look. This is a stump that can be removed. This is growing down. I'm not liking it, so I'm going to be a whole lot more severe here. Let me see. I like this bud here, but I'm not sure about this one. Same here. This is going straight towards me. This too. Now here I have a double branch. I must be sure that this one's alive. Yeah, it is. So I'll remove this one. Again, three branches at the same spot. So this one is not interesting. And then I'll keep this one, which is flexible, but I remove the tip of it. Should probably wire this. Yeah, would look a whole lot better. This is good, but this is too long. some kind of back branch here. So here it is where it's positioned. Probably not needing this whole thing here. Buds growing on the inside. I don't know. This is dead anyway. Growing on the inside, bud here too. Okay, so this is not bad either, but look at this, all these little buds here. Just going to remove this part. Strong, so now it's less strong. I think I'm almost done. Just going to put some wire here. Wiring in this season is, well, tricky, because it will bite in very soon. So let me position this branch. Well, that's not bad. I'm even not sure if I'm going to use this branch because it's kind of low on the trunk and probably of no interest, but it will help thicken the base, which is of course what I really need now. I still have a few small buds that I don't need. I like this branch. I hope it's alive. No, it's not. So I'm going to take one of these to take over. I think I'm going to choose this one. No, this stump is dead, which is a little sad, but not a big problem because I can replace it, and it's definitely opening up the structure. So could use some stuff here, but then I have these branches that are going to do that. Again, a little dead stump. This branch is okay, but it's starting to curving in, so I'll just keep this portion, cutting back that little stump here. Okay, yeah, let me see on the camera screen. Yeah, kinda like it. Now obviously I'm going to have quite a lot of new buds coming from the trunk. Still not happy about this bulge here. That looks a little better. Well, it certainly will look better when it closes. But you don't want to remove too much, because if you get too much to the new shoots, it might die off. So should be a little cautious. Okay, I think that's all I can remove. I don't know about this one. Well, I'm going to keep it. It's a bigger problem to put it back afterwards. So now I hope that all this starts to grow. Maybe I'll put a little update online in a few weeks, and I'll know more then. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.